Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Winner Circle with Tiffany. I am going to catch you up on what you've missed on these live feeds. But before I get started, I first want to thank you for joining me again, coming back to the Winner Circle. I hope you're checking out Derek and Cody too. They're recapping the episodes and I'm going behind their back and I'm recapping the live feeds. So anyway, before we get started, remember, even if you don't like it anyway. You ain't doing nothing. You watching it. Like it, subscribe, and comment. And then share it. Share the videos. Share the love. Make sure you let your friends know I'm out here. And also, if you see this wonderful shirt I'm wearing, the links below, you can get you one too. And if you're smart, you know what this means. So anyway, be careful out there. We're on the live feeds. And Jared has won HOH. Regardless of what you have been seeing or what you think is going on, red is Jared's target. Red has always been Jared's target. Even when Jared has conversations about Jag, he doesn't really want to get rid of Jag. He really wants to get rid of Red. So he nominates Red and Cameron. So whether he nominates Red or Cameron, it doesn't matter who's sitting next to Red. That's who Jared really wants to go. So, I'm going to go past all the fluff. Cameron won the veto. And it's just so interesting because Cameron was HOH and now they want to get rid of Cameron. But Cameron wins the veto, so they can't. And they got rid of Heisem. And now they have nobody to help them get rid of Cameron because Cameron is going to save himself. And so in replacement, they go back and forth. Who are we going to put up? We can put up this person. We can put up that person. Not going to put up Bowie. Why would I waste an HOH putting up Bowie J? I'm sorry. Let me show this lady some respect. Why would I waste my HOH putting up fucking Bowie Jane? I don't want to get rid of Bowie Jane on my HOH. She's not going to win anything. I don't want to waste my HOH getting rid of her. Well, Jared has a conversation with Corey. And somehow America comes up. And Corey's like, this week? Like Miss Felicia, today? And it's like, yeah, today. But after going all the way around and Jared has conversations with Corey and then he has a conversation with Sari, and then Sari brings up that possibly it should be Jag. And then lo and behold, they're in a meeting and they're having a conversation, and I don't even want to say who it was. Was it Blue? Was it America? I think it was Blue. Brings up the fact that Jag could just sit on the block as a pawn, volunteers Jag to sit on the block as a pawn. And the next thing you know, everyone in the group is like, yeah, that's a great idea. Jag, you should just volunteer. You should just sit on the block as a pawn. And then now Jag's the pawn. So now the replacement nominee is Jag. So now we have Red and Jag on the block. And Jag just got evicted and unevicted. And instead of Jag coming back, because I guess he never left, so maybe he didn't feel the tragedy of walking out of the house, they honestly should have let him walk out the house, because that's such a screwy feeling, like to walk out of the door and think that your game is over. But then if you don't walk out the door, you really didn't feel like your game was over, even though you got voted out unanimously. And so he kind of just stayed and then continues playing the same game. But really, he needs to look around and figure out who, if anybody in this house, can I trust? I mean, none of them are playing to win for themselves anyway. So I don't know who Jag can trust, but they all voted against you, and maybe just Matt, who saved you, is the only person you can trust. And then, I know he thinks he can trust Sari because Matt told Sari and the Sari told him, yes, use it. And then they also got word to Jared, and then Jared came back and then told Jag, you might end up staying and all of that stuff or whatever. So anyway, there's that with Red and Jag are on the block. So, let's see. I'm just going to go through these duos or these, I can't even call them alliances. There are too many to remember. I'm kind of like Miss Felicia. I too forget which alliance someone is in and may slip up and put them in an alliance that they actually aren't in. But the difference is I'm not inside playing the game. I'm out here where I'm safe. I can't get evicted because I'm in charge of this household. So anyway, you got Sari and Felicia. They are losing trust within one another. Felicia is telling Mimi, like, Izzy's going to choose Sari over either one of us. And Jared, like, we're not going to make it with them. We're going to have to, she's not saying they're going to have to do something, but she's insinuating that something is going to have to be done. And it's getting not this conversation with Mimi, but there are conversations that Felicia is having about Sari. And they're getting back to Sari. And so Sari has her eye on Felicia and getting her out. And Felicia, unfortunately, has this big D complex where she thinks she's like running things that she's not. And it's unfortunate because it makes you play a different game when you think that you're the puppet master than when you actually are the puppet master. So, Sari is like now painting a target on Miss Felicia. Felicia feels like if she sat on the block next to Sari, Sari would go home because she's the bigger target. But it seems to me that not one person in this house has actually counted up their votes to see who would vote for them to stay over Sari. One, if they were sitting next to her in an eviction, or if they were sitting next to her in the final two. I don't know when these people start looking ahead and looking at the end game, but I'm not surprised. It's not as if, to me, and my opinion is just like everyone else's. I have my own. It doesn't have to be right. To me, I don't see a lot of gamers in this season. I don't see a lot of strategists, a lot of strong gamers, leaders. So I'm not really sure who is going to look ahead and say, who can I not beat? And I don't know when they're going to do that. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to go to my next note. So Sari's painting targets on people's backs. And I think it's just because she's bored. She has nothing else to do. She's safe everywhere. She's painting a target on Felicia's back. And then remember, she painted a target on Heisem. When she wants you out, she paints these targets. But really, she doesn't have to get rid of Felicia. She's not going to sit next to Felicia and go home. So she could really sit back and kick her feet up and not strategize at all because she's not in any danger. And any danger that she might possibly be in is coming from Cameron. But as long as Red is there, Red will calm Cameron from going after Sari because Red loves Sari and trusts Sari and is not going to stand by without defending her to Cameron. But they want Red gone. And I would say Sari doesn't really need him gone because he can kind of help keep Cameron off of her. But I go back to my previous statement that she really doesn't need any help. And I'm not saying that from she's playing this amazing game and she's got this thing sewed up. She's a veteran at playing social strategic games. So I don't expect anything less from her. it is the people that she's playing with that I am just like, so y'all just are just walking her to the end. Let us help you get there. We want to help you. And that is honestly disappointing. And it's kind of boring. Not gonna lie. It's like anytime we watch a steamrolling alliance, but it's not like we're watching a steamrolling alliance. We're watching a veteran come in here and play with a bunch of newbies. And it's just such an advantage to also have your son with you. But he is like not helping her game, but it does help because anytime you come in with a partner in anything, he's not going against her, even though sometimes inadvertently he does, but that's neither here nor there. The advantages are there. And so it's just like, oh gosh, what are you guys doing? I know y'all don't know that they're related. I know that you're not figuring out how she's getting information that you're only giving to this person, but there's a super game of telephone going around, and it has been going around. There are no secrets. Whenever you tell somebody something, just like they just had a meeting and they were like, Miss Felicia, we're not telling anybody. We're not telling anybody that Jag is the target. We're not telling anybody what we're doing, because it keeps going back and forth as it does every week, where the target's on the block between the two people flip from one person to the next. And from one day it's Red, and the next day it's Jag, and the next day it's Jag, and the next day it's Red, and the next minute it's Jag, and then the next 45 minutes it's Red. So it's bouncing around. It's flip-flopping as it always does. But then they were like, Jag the target, and we're not telling anybody. And as soon as Miss Felicia walks out the door, she tells Corey. So there are no secrets in the Big Brother house. And I've said that before. If you want to keep a secret, first you got to keep it to yourself. All right. So, they wanted to implement this 6-4 vote so that they can calm Cameron down, so that they want to vote Red out 6 and 4 people vote for Jag, so that Cam doesn't think that they turned on the alliance. And I don't even know how they keep up with the alliances, because even Miss Felicia just opened her mouth and said something about Legend 25 in front of 2 people who were not even in it, and to America and Jag. And can you really blame her? I mean, let's factor in age, because I be forgetting a whole lot of shit. I'm going to factor in age. I'm going to factor in the fact that I can't remember all the people that they're aligned with in all of these intertwining circles. So I'm sorry. Plus, you know me, I spilled my fake alliance to Hannah. So I surely do get it. But anyway, everybody tells everything in here. Anytime Corey tells America something, and it's unfortunate because Corey and America, like America's, I think he believes she's his number one, but she's not loyal to him. And when I say that is she's not loyal to him. She's with him, but she's not loyal to him. She's not his keepsake. He can't invest in her and trust it to be there when he gets back. She is taking things, information, secrets that he's entrusted in her, and then she's divulging them to other people. And it's hurting him. And even if it wasn't hurting him, well, maybe if it wasn't hurting him and it was helping him, then it could kind of be like, I'm loyal to you. These things I'm doing are to help you, but they're not. And she's not doing them with the intent to help him. So it's kind of unfortunate, like, a couple of things that she brought up. He told Corey tells America something, and America goes right back and tells Jag. Corey was in a meeting with the For Reals, and somehow America is the only person who ended up not in the For Real meeting, because she's out talking. I think she's talking to Jag, and then she sees Corey come out. She's mad that she was left out of this meeting, but he does give her any information that Corey gets that's pertinent information. he gives to America, and it's like, okay, if I can't be in the room, at least somebody that I have and I trust is in the room. And then you come back and you share with me what happened while you were in the room. I'm okay with that. If you're not sharing with me and you're also leaving me out, then I understand that we're not together. And then I have a right to feel how I feel about that. But he's sharing information with her. But she's not always included in the meetings that he's getting this information from. And in retaliation for being excluded, or so she thinks, or being left out of it, she takes information that he's given her and she gives it to other people. She even revealed to Izzy during just a conversation after Corey decided to go on I'm going to tell my secret spree. I don't know why people feel like when they got a secret in the BB house, they need to tell somebody. And if you've kept it for all this time and now you're just now telling me, I'm the type of person that wonders, what other secrets have you been keeping? Because you've been holding this one for a long time. So if you've kept it past like a week, just don't fucking tell me, because I'm not going to trust you. Just tell me later when we're out. Because my wheels get to spinning. And so it's like now Corey has decided to go and tell Izzy, Sari, and Jared, I believe, that his sister that his brother, Zach, has gone, not Zach, y'all already know where I'm going. Corey has gone to tell Jared, Sari, and Izzy that Zach from Survivor is his brother. I don't know why anybody cares, and I don't know why it's important. I legitimately don't know. I mean, that secret is eating your ass up that bad that you got to tell. That's unfortunate. What do you think it does? Like, I think it's going to build me some trust because you have been withholding a secret and you could withhold it all this time. So now I'm supposed to trust you. I don't get it, but that kind of twisted logic might work on some people. So anyway, let's get to Miss Felicia. I told you everything there is to tell you about Miss Felicia. Miss Felicia and Mimi seem to be getting a little closer, but if it was me this late in the game and I'm playing the game without a final two, I'm a little nervous. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't have a partner. I don't have somebody, a buddy that I can like be comfortable enough to share in this house. Like, you have to know that other people do. And if that strategy works, I just am a little concerned about everyone else having someone, and like Mimi doesn't have a final two. Like, she doesn't have that partner in the game. But Mimi is still there. I don't know what her game plan is, who she wants to be with in the final two. I don't know anything. So I'm not about to sit up here and tell you what I don't know. What I don't know is a whole lot, and we can talk about that forever. Red and Cameron. So here's this mess, right? So Jared, after winning HOH, tells Cameron, after HOH, Cameron is telling Jared, like, yeah, I wanted a week off, but if I can't get a week off and I gotta go, as a pawn, and then he pointed to the comic room as insinuating like to get somebody out, then I'll do it. Well, Jared is thinking that Cam is volunteering to be a pawn to get Red out, to send Red home. And so then Jared tells Red, like, Cam volunteered to go up as a pawn to send you home. And so Red is like pissed at Cameron. And so this goes on. Cameron doesn't know why Red is upset with him. And then Cameron starts sulking around because his best friend isn't talking to him. And the only thing he can make of it really is that Red had a like a 2-hour conversation with Jag. And so it must be Jag is saying something to Red to make Red be upset with him, but he's not going to talk about it. Him being Cameron is not going to talk about whatever issue is going on between him and Red with Red until after HOH, because he also believes that Red is going to still be there. He doesn't know Red is the target. Cameron thinks Jag is the target. Yeah. So Red finally ends up having a conversation with Jared, and he's like, yeah, so tell me about that conversation you and Cameron had. Did he say my name? And Jared's like, well, no, he didn't say your name. He's like, he didn't say my name. So he's kind of putting it together or trying to figure out, was Cameron even talking about me? And because Red asked those conversations, because, before that conversation, Jag was the target. So, you know, how I told you go back and then it go forth and then it go back and then it go forth. So during the time when Red thought that Cameron told Jared he'd go on the block as a pawn to get Red out, Jag was actually the target. But then when Red went back and asked Jared for clarification about what Cameron said, the group was like, nah, I think Red and Cameron might try to get back together. They might have broken up, but if he's asking questions, then he might be trying to repair something. They might be working on something. They might be cool. They might get back together. No, we got to get Red out of here. We got to separate them. We got to break them up. It's better to keep Jag, because Jag also, whoever his person is, his plus one, his buddy, his final two, whoever his person is, it's not as tight as Red and Cameron. So we have to break that up. So now Red is the target. As of now, y'all can, I don't know what's going to happen. And Red is the target with either a 6-4 vote or an 8-2 vote, because Bowie and Cameron, I think, are supposed to vote different. So anyway, or it'll just probably end up being unanimous again. Gotta go with the house, go with the house, go with the group. The group is the group. The group season's called The Group. They really could have stopped Big Brother after BB23. So let's see. Matt, I don't know. Matt's not doing much. There's not a lot of people that have a lot of things going, like gaming going on. Nobody's really concerned about Matt, just a little bit, because he's vouching for Jag, but Matt's not making any decisions. He has no real influence. Most of these people are just numbers. They're just a vote. I have no idea what fucking Bowie Jane is doing. It's not significant enough. It doesn't stay embedded in my memory. It doesn't make it to my notes. Mimi, she had a conversation with Jared. Izzy hid in the shower. This also happened when Bowie had a conversation with Jared. Izzy was still hiding in the shower. That also happened when Corey came to talk to Jared and Mimi, and Sari was in there. She had Matt hide in the shower. So that probably, just out of it being funny, will probably make the show, them hiding in the shower, but it really doesn't matter. There's, I don't know that anyone has a real plan on how to win this game. I don't see that anyone has the votes to get Sari out. I see her and Jared kind of making it far. and I see here's what I'm gonna be quiet because y'all, I don't know. If we get a Bowie blue, America does know the game, but damn, she can't play. But what if we had a Bowie blue America Jag Final Four, or even red if he don't go home? I probably would cry. I ain't gonna lie. It's a unenthusiastic opinion I have about this season, but I'm still here. Yes, I am. I'm still here. We're still watching. Unfortunately, it's going to be long. 100 days. It's a sentence. It's how I feel. Prison. So anyway, from the looks of it, Red is going to go home unless Jag just completely does something that tanks his game. They want to break up Red and Cameron. Cameron is going to be blindsided, especially if it's a unanimous vote. And because they're looking for like Cameron to trust them a little bit, and this may be our first time like not having unanimous vote, but it's not gonna piss off Jag that somebody voted against him. I think Cerise said she'd vote against him, a couple people, but like, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have an army. No one in here has an army to go to bat for them. No one in here has anyone that's gonna stand behind them and go, oh yeah, we're here to avenge. Nobody. So essentially everyone's playing and is essentially everyone's playing to help to the benefit of not themselves. And I don't have like, I'm not like a Cerie basher. I like Cerie's gameplay. I like her social game. I myself am learning a lot. What I don't like is I don't like the situation. Like, I would have liked to see, it's like putting LeBron James on a basketball court against high school students, like, and he whoops them. Am I like, yeah. I mean, yeah, I like LB. I like LeBron. I know he's great at what he does. I want to see him win, whatever. But him beating a bunch of high school kids is not impressive to me. Even college. So anyway, that's just how I feel about it. Y'all can kiss my ass. Don't come for me. I'm not the one. I'm not the one, the two, the three, the four. It's not the time. It's just an opinion. You can want whoever you want to win. I don't even have anybody. Not one. I don't have a favorite player. I don't have a winner's pick. I don't have shit but what's going on these live feeds. And I'm just telling you what you missed. So anyway, sorry. But there's not much. I'm expecting Red to go home. And I'm honestly expecting him to go home on a unanimous vote, unless they're trying to keep Cameron safe. They want Cameron out next. I don't see them trying to get rid of, I think Cerie wants Miss Felicia out, but Bowie's going to keep going on because they're like, why get rid of fucking Bowie Jane? I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody's looking at Mimi, which is great for her. She is staying completely under the radar for everybody. And Corey is like, because Corey is telling things to America, the group is like judging him. Like, I can't believe he told America, because then when America got with Izzy, then America told Izzy, like, oh yeah, he told you his secret too. And Izzy was like, oh yeah, because the conversation was they were kind of like talking around it. Izzy was kind of like trying to hint around to it. And then America figured out what she was talking about. She's like, oh yeah, he told you that his brother is Zach from Survivor. And she's like, yeah. And then Izzy went back and told like Jared or Cerie or both, or I don't remember. And they were like, I can't believe that he would tell America anything. And it's like, Jared, Miss Girl, I know you not tripping on Corey telling America anything when you have told Blue the biggest secret that you have. So anyway, um, we will see what is going on. Cameron, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this next HOH. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get America out because America's the only person in the house who it's like who would actively like go after this big alliance, like the heads of this alliance. And I don't know what the intended goal of this season is, but it seems that they are hoping for these twists to remain in place. So I guess I really don't have anything else for you guys. Like, it's a flip-flop house. Jared is the HOH, and it's not all that eventful besides the flipping and the flopping, and they can't get Cameron out, and Sari is still in a great position, and now she's bored and just is like, yeah, I'm gonna just try to get this person out, get that person out. But really, she doesn't have to get anybody out because anybody in that house can stay. Nobody's really a threat for her. They're not coming for her position. Even if they tried, everybody else is going to support her. They're not going to kick her out. So she's not in any danger at all whatsoever. Even if Miss Felicia wants her gone, it doesn't matter. She doesn't have the votes. So she could want all she wants. So at this point, it's just like, we just wait until our 100 days is up. Anyhow, I think Red's going home, and we'll find out later. That is your recap for Big Brother 25 live feeds. I am Tiffany Mitchell. You are all my favorite, especially if you sat here and listened to me on my rant. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, and grab you one of these shirts. I love you all. Till next time, be kind.